You want treats? What's up? It's breakfast time. So I thought it was interesting after yesterday's video how different the vibes are this morning. Just chilling. Got some lo-fi on. And I'm actually pretty excited to go over, trying to mute it here. Excited to go over towards the gym today. I'm pretty excited to get my workout in. I'm in that momentum phase now. Just like I was saying, it's odd enough, but did my thing yesterday, did my push workout. I did my 1,000-yard swim. Today we're gonna go do pull. So just back and bicep, which I love that because I can just focus on the simple muscle groups instead of like, total body, for example, is an exhausting workout because it's your total body. And even like a push workout like from yesterday, it's 3 separate muscle groups: chest, shoulders, triceps, whatever, and of course hitting the shoulders in multiple angles. It can be an exhausting day. I'm not pushing too far. Like I am pushing almost to failure right now, but I'm still, since I'm in the first 30 days of really reestablishing my conditioning, I'm not destroying myself. I think I did last week. I did a couple days where I pushed a little hard, and I came home and I was pretty exhausted, so I fell asleep. Fortunately, I'm in the position right now that I can do that. So I came home and I fell asleep. I would have hated to have to go to work or something after because I kind of put everything in the gym. So on days off, that's nice. I was able to just kind of like rest and recover. And I'm feeling stronger now. So now when I'm going to the gym, I'm starting to push a little bit harder because I've gotten over that initial DOM period. I don't know if you're like, when you kind of get fresh into working out again, whether it's you're new to it, that's a whole different story, or even if you're just starting over again, or you've been off for a little while and lost some conditioning. Those delayed onset muscle soreness, that initial phase from the first 2 weeks for me is always like, I always consider it kind of like the hell week or 2 weeks. So that phase is done, that's over. I've recovered and my body is now like set. It's strong. And when I go through movements like that, the first couple days getting back into it, it's I posed the question to myself. I'm like, why did I let it slip this time? Because I didn't go far. So hear me out. Like I didn't like rebound and like go all the way back to like my pre-2019, but I did slip. The thing that happened most is not necessarily like I did bake a lot of good foods, no problem. But I baked a lot of foods and I ate a lot of food, so I put on body fat. But not too crazy, not like I had originally started before I got in the best shape of my life, like I shared with you in 2019. But the thing that was the most negative, I guess, about 2020 is I wasn't working out as much. So I kind of lost that muscular conditioning. But with that said, my body has rebounded because I didn't let it slide too long. I would say about 8 months. I didn't let it slide too long. So my body's ability to just be conditioned and get right back into this and feel the way I feel now 3 weeks in is just, it's great. It's really good. And I'm glad to be able to share this journey with you. I guess in the comments, let me know where you're at. Do you find yourself getting real sore? I mean, I know you do. We're human. We're all the same in that sense. So do you find the first 2 weeks to be pretty difficult? Like you start out enthused and excited, and then after say like day 4 to 7, after you've really hit it, especially if you're doing something crazy like P90X, that you're so sore, it suddenly becomes a lot harder to motivate yourself to show up. For me, it's always the first couple weeks that set the groundwork. It's like the first step. So I try not to go too crazy, and when I help other people, I try to get them to do things that aren't like, don't wreck yourself, don't destroy yourself, because this is for the long run. So even if you have times where you're off, and I guess life just happens. It is what it is. Do I wish I had just kept it going? Sure. Did I? And are we where we're at? Yep. So all we can do is move forward from here. And I'm excited this time to be making the videos and to be taking you along, because I already know where this is going, because I've already done it. I'm just repeating the same process, but I'm making it even more efficient. And I'm taking things that I learned from last time I did this and reapplying it. And I know now the different feelings that my body will go through. I know what to expect. So that's the great thing about doing this more than once. So here we are. I don't know about you. Have you ever, like, let me know in the comments, have you ever gotten yourself, like, I don't know if you look back at my videos I was putting up in 2019, like, have you ever gotten really shredded? Not that that matters, not that that's like the primary fitness goal. That has nothing to do really with fitness. That's something I'm going for. I'm aiming for physique right now. It's not even necessarily the best thing to do as far as like getting extremely low body fat. I just want to do it for basically a photo op for my 37th birthday in March, and that's it. And then we'll kind of go from there. I want to get myself where I was looking at some old videos, just kind of show myself where I was. Actually, a few videos I never even posted, but I was looking at those because I showed my conditioning, and I want to get back to where I was at about day 90 to 120 when I was doing my 2019 stuff. That's when I felt like my body fat was the lowest, vascularity was up. I had striations all through my chest, my shoulders. You could see the individual muscles in my arms. It was great whenever I shook someone's hand, which is weird to say because that's like a thing of the past now. But whenever I shook someone's hand and gripped, I could always watch their eyes look at my arm, and a few people would even say things about it. And that's all vanity stuff. It doesn't matter that much. It really doesn't matter at all. But for me, it's a validation. It is nice when people notice the work that you're putting in, and it is nice to push your body. For me personally, it's nice to push my body somewhere beyond just average homeostasis where it wants to be, to push it further, to use my will to craft it into something. And it takes will to be able to get your body to lose that body fat, especially those last few percents of body fat. Not all, obviously, you can't lose it all. You need body fat to live, but to get it really to that low point where everything's popping. That's where I'm going again. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that. I need to have my food here. Let me show you real quick and then we'll leave. This here is kind of a pile, but it's just old-fashioned oats. I don't know if you've ever tried mixing oats with egg whites, but I usually will crack open some eggs. I'll take the yolks out because right now it's just for calorie purposes, just because I'm tracking and I want to be able to spread my calories throughout the day. Nothing wrong with the yolks, and I'll eat them at times. Like when I have an egg scramble, usually I'll do like 3 or 4 eggs and then I'll remove 1 to 2 yolks. Keep some in there for the minerals, the vitamins, all that stuff. But I want the egg white protein, and it's actually cheaper just to buy whole eggs and to separate them from the egg white than it is to buy cartons of egg whites. So that's what I do. I just buy the big bulk eggs and I use them for a variety of things. But I take 2 egg whites, sometimes more, but this time it's just 2. It looks like a pile of mush, but it's 2 egg whites blended into old-fashioned oats, 40 grams, which I use the scale here to measure out. And 70 grams of blueberries, 70 grams of strawberries. I put a little vanilla in there. I'm gonna use some unsweetened almond milk. And then I also have this, again, just for calorie purposes, for tracking. It's not necessarily something you have to do. Not even necessarily something that's the best option. But I have, right now I use this really cheap sugar-free syrup. So it's something that adds a little sweetness, but very minimal caloric impact. I don't know if you can see this with the GoPro very well, if it focuses that close. But it's 15 calories per 30 milliliters, which is more than enough. It's what I do. I do use, like, I will usually use, I'll use honey, or I'll use regular maple syrup if I have it. Just don't have it. This is cheap, it's easy, and it allows me to have kind of that sweet tooth thing, like, but also maintain my goals. Because you don't have to eat like a rabbit. You don't have to eat like grass and stuff. You can actually eat sustainably, but in a healthy way that helps you achieve your goals. I know I've done it before, and I'm already in the process of doing it again. I'm already in that deficit. I'm already losing the body fat. I am taking pictures, so I'll share that stuff as I go and kind of show you. I kind of have a picture from where I was in 2020 when I kind of slid, just as a base point. And I'm going to be taking some more photos as I go here. I need to do more of like an actual, like some progress photos so I can compare from where I'm at now approaching day 30 compared to when I did this back in 2019 when I got to day 30 there. I'm curious what the parallels are. So I'm going to check that out, and that's it. I need some food. Today's pull. So we're going to do back and biceps. We're going to do some core. And I'm pretty sure I'm not going to swim today. Because I swam yesterday. I'm going to hit the bike, and I'm going to go for a nice mountain bike. Go for a nice bike right here in Florida. Just max effort. It's a 29er with modified with thick slicks. So we'll go for a few miles, probably about 40 minutes or so, because I'll probably go up, take my longer path. We'll see. Yeah, anyway, let me know in the comments where you're at, what you're doing, what you think, and if you have any questions or you want to see any other kind of stuff, you want me to talk more about something specifically. But yeah, this is the vlog. Till next time, see ya.